good museum is a portal into the heart of human creativity. The Rodin Museum in Philadelphia is exactly that. You can easily find this jewel of a museum along Philly's very Parisian parkway. But if you can't get to Philly, you can come with me right now. Let's have a little visit, shall we? Come along as we zoom into some studies of Rodin's works. Now, I didn't know him personally, but I hear he was kind of a feisty character. He was also a man of singular talent, unparalleled skill, and unapologetic vision. Certainly one of the greatest sculptors of his time, arguably one of the greatest sculptors in modern history. I mean, if you were to catalog such a thing, he'd certainly be near the top of a very short list. At the height of his illustrious career, he was commissioned to create an entryway into a brand new museum of decorative arts that would be located in the heart of Paris. This would be a showcase of the finest art known to man, and it was left to Rodin to come up with the idea that would be an homage to this new collection of exalted creativity. Well, our uniquely bombastic Rodin decided that the perfect portal into such a space would have to be an epic sculpture of the gates of hell, inspired by Dante's Inferno. I mean, this friggin' guy. His vision was that you would enter into this museum by going through a massive, intimidating doorway that, in Dante's story, would lead you directly to hell. And if that wasn't enough, above the doorway is inscribed in bold letters, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." I mean, what a spectacular, cynical, and deeply perfect idea for this commission, which the Directorate of Fine Arts, of course, rejected, probably thinking, wow, that is a spectacular, cynical, and deeply perfect idea that's maybe a little too on the nose. So they rejected the commission. However, the doorway to Dante's Inferno became an obsession with Rodin. For the rest of his life, the next 37 years, the subject offered a kind of canvas, a scaffold for all of his magnificent ideas and explorations of human form and spirit, which could all live in one massive and intricate sculpture. One of Rodin's most famous pieces, The Thinker, sits atop the maelstrom and tumult of twisting bodies populating the face of the doors and columns. Perhaps this even represents Dante himself. The work was never actually completed by Rodin. It was assembled by examining sketches and plaster mock-ups from Rodin's own hand. Philadelphia has one of the 3 original castings. A total of 7 exist around the world. It's a beautiful, haunting, gigantic piece he worked on until the end of his days. It makes me think, what subject could I make a life's work out of? What subject could you make a life's work out of? Because at the heart of this one is a deep and delicious irony. And it is that, while the topic of souls in agony tumbling into the abyss on their way to hell is dark and harrowing, the very act of creating something this epic testifies to the magnificent light at the center of human consciousness and the divine power of creativity. And that is the true portal into the spirit of this man, Auguste Rodin. Want to hear and see more stories like this? Well, you know where to find me.